Can two heated rivals share tag team responsibilities without driving each other crazy? I'm Chris Wolvie, the wrestling vlog who always tells it like it is. Could have been better. Since I thought the mixed match would be won by DQ, only half a point on that, and giving Belair and Cargill the belts again, I suspect Jade's not going to be too long for this company. Also, I'm a little bummed about Raw being shortened to 2 hours starting in October until it moves to Netflix. It's all part of the deal USA made, but maybe they'll be like the SmackDown show last Friday, or the Raw last Monday, and have the first match commercial free and picture-in-picture for the rest. They should be able to shove 2.5 hours into a 2-hour show. Speaking of SmackDown, I'm sure you all saw it. The Bloodline, specifically Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu, want to put both Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns down for good. And so, they challenged them to a tag team match at Bad Blood. I'm guessing that they thought Rhodes and Reigns still had animosity towards each other, stemming from Reigns' most recent match when Rhodes beat Reigns for the WWE title. Funnily enough, Rhodes wanted no part of it, feeling he was done with the Bloodline and wanted to move on. But then Reigns claimed that despite his 5-month absence from competition, he still ran the WWE. Rhodes took exception to that and went out to contradict him. Before blows were exchanged, though, the Bloodline tried to sneak attack them, unsuccessfully. But they were successful in getting them both to sign the contract for the match. It's like the old saying, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Even if my friend was my enemy for a long time, but can something like that work? Well, it's not too common, but it has worked in the past. Way back in the mid-1980s, as the WWE was starting to get footing on pop culture and build into Vince McMahon's empire, one of the hottest rivalries was WWE Champion Hulk Hogan and Roddy Piper. Hell, the two even competed for the WWE title at the first pay-per-view, the big event. They battled all around the Northeast, going tooth and nail with each other. It was only when the Heenan family had title aspirations that the feud soured. But around 1986, something strange happened. After coming back from an injury, Piper started being cheered. He was quite hated and now much beloved, and in order to keep the Heenan family at bay for a while, Piper and Hogan actually teamed up. Oh, you never saw them on TV on the same team, but they did several house shows where they won together. And Piper even wore a Hulkamania shirt. And how about in the later 1980s? Hacksaw Jim Duggan, the consummate American, was dead set on stopping Nikolai Volkov from singing the Soviet national anthem. Every time he tried to sing it, even at WrestleMania, Duggan ran to the ring and disrupted him, violently at most times. But then, as communism was starting to slip in Eastern Europe, Volkov decided to sing a different anthem, the American national anthem. This endeared him to Duggan, and the two had a tag match at a SummerSlam, where they both sang the Star-Spangled Banner before the match. More relatively recently was around the 2010s when the Awesome Truth had their first run, and The Miz and R-Truth were beating the holy hell out of John Cena whenever they could. So Cena looked to even the playing field in a tag match at that year's SummerSlam. Survivor Series. And when he made the decision, I'm sure a lot of people were thinking, what? Why the hell would you want The Rock as a partner? The man you wanted to face at WrestleMania and had very little love or respect for you. The Rock, however, kind of liked the idea of kicking the snot out of The Miz and Truth, though he did let Cena know that he still didn't like or respect him. They ended up winning the match, though Cena took most of the punishment while The Rock cleaned up at the end. And after their once-in-a-lifetime match, they seemed to respect each other enough to want to do it again at the next WrestleMania. There are other examples too. I mean, Sheamus and Cesaro went from brutal rivals to tag team champs. Same with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, several times. Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano went from NXT champs to bitter enemies to WWE tag champs. Hell, even Triple H and Shawn Michaels of DX had major tiffs before they won gold together. But you do have to wonder how much Cody Rhodes can trust Roman Reigns. Oh, sure, he helped Rhodes defend his title the first time against Sikoa, but having been champ for over 3 years, is Reigns really anything now without a title? And isn't he just itching to take Rhodes on a third time for the title? Besides, for now, it seems all Reigns wants to do is tear down what he created. He may not give a damn if Rhodes gets in the way. Once he gets his head of the table title back, then he might focus on Rhodes and an actual title. Do I think the two bitter rivals have a chance even against the so-called tribal chief and his enforcer? Oh, sure they do. They just need to get past, well, the past and try to work together. After that, Reigns can bring Jimmy Uso, The Rock, and possibly even Jey Uso to take on the Bloodline at War Games. And Rhodes can go back to finding more worthy opponents to defend the title Reigns held hostage for so long. The enemy of their enemy may not be their friend, but at least they can put the animosity on the back burner to decimate a common foe, right? I'm Chris Wolvie, the wrestling vlog, who always tells it like it is. Pray for peace. And I'll see you